What happens when a single baseball sparks a nationwide witch hunt? One ordinary night at a ballpark turned into one of the most explosive viral dramas of the year. A woman now branded Phillies Karen has gone from just another fan in the stands to a hated internet villain. Her face is plastered across memes, her name is tangled in rumors, and she now says she can't even leave her own home without being screamed at by strangers. But how did we get here? How did a simple game of baseball spiral into a full-blown social media circus, destroying reputations and triggering nationwide debates about cancel culture, mob justice, and whether society has gone too far? Let's rewind and uncover every shocking detail. It was supposed to be just another night of baseball. Phillies vs. Marlins at Lone Depot Park in Miami. The kind of game where families bring their kids, hoping for that once-in-a-lifetime souvenir, a home run ball. And then, it happened. A Phillies player blasted one deep into the stands. The crowd roared, arms stretched high as fans scrambled for the prized ball. One man managed to grab it, and in a beautiful father-son moment, he handed the ball to his little boy. The kid's eyes lit up. This was going to be a core memory. But the celebration was cut short in a flash. A woman seated nearby suddenly reached over, snatched the ball straight out of the boy's hands, and claimed it as her own. The entire section gasped. The child looked stunned. The father froze. And the cameras? They caught every second. Within hours, the video was everywhere. Fans online didn't just see a woman grabbing a baseball. They saw entitlement. They saw arrogance. They saw the birth of a new villain. And just like that, the internet had a new obsession, Phillies Karen. Social media doesn't wait. Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, within minutes the clip was being dissected frame by frame. People added captions, zoomed in on her face, slowed down the moment she reached for the ball. The anger was immediate and overwhelming. The hashtags were brutal. Hashtag Phillies Karen. Hashtag ballsnatcher. Comments poured in by the thousands. How could she steal from a kid? This is peak Karen energy. Lock her up? Memes flooded the timeline. Someone edited dramatic music over the clip. Another made a side-by-side comparison with the Grinch stealing Christmas. Sports fans mocked her, parenting blogs shamed her, and TikTok creators reenacted the moment in skits. But the internet never moves in just one direction. A smaller group defended her. They pointed out that the father had actually stepped into her row. They argued maybe she thought the ball landed closer to her seat. Maybe, just maybe, the whole thing wasn't as malicious as it looked. Still, that minority was drowned out by the tidal wave of hate. The internet had chosen its villain, and it wasn't letting go. Once the memes were in full swing, the next step was obvious. Who was this woman? The digital detectives sharpened their knives. Reddit threads popped up overnight. Twitter users combed through Facebook, searching for anyone who resembled her. The first name to surface was Leslie Ann Kravitz. Supposedly, she worked for Hamilton Schools in New Jersey. Screenshots spread like wildfire. Commenters congratulated each other for unmasking her. But then came the bombshell. Hamilton Schools issued an official statement. The woman identified on social media as Phillies Karen is not, and has never been, an employee of Hamilton Public Schools. Reports claiming otherwise are incorrect. That should have ended it. But the mob wasn't satisfied. Another name appeared, Cheryl Richardson Wagner. Her Facebook lit up with strangers accusing her of being the crazy Phillies mom. But Cheryl fought back with humor. She posted publicly, "Okay everyone, I'm not the crazy Philly mom. But I sure would love to be as thin as she is and move that fast. Also, I'm a Red Sox fan." She even joked about wondering if she'd ever get apologies when the real culprit was identified. Still, the damage was done. Two women, both innocent, were suddenly trending for something they never did. Their names and faces were being circulated in front of millions. And all because of one viral clip. This is where the story turned darker. Because once names started circulating, harassment began. Neighbors reported strangers driving by. Families received nasty messages. People who had nothing to do with the baseball game were suddenly fighting to clear their reputations. It's the dangerous side of internet mob justice. Once the crowd decides someone is guilty, facts don't matter. Screenshots get shared without context, rumors spread faster than corrections, and apologies rarely go viral. This wasn't the first time it happened. We've seen it with Central Park Karen, with Permit Patty, with countless others who went viral for moments of bad behavior, or even mistaken identity. Some of them really did behave badly. Others were victims of wrong assumptions. But all of them had their lives turned upside down overnight. For Phillies Karen, the question became, was she truly a villain, or just another casualty of the digital pitchfork mob? While the internet obsessed over identifying Phillies Karen, the father involved finally spoke up. He explained how he caught the ball, handed it to his son, and watched in disbelief as it was taken away. He admitted he didn't want to escalate things. After all, this was supposed to be a family night at the ballpark. But the internet wasn't so forgiving. Fans rallied around him, calling him a hero for staying calm while his son's big moment was ruined. People online said that catching a home run ball isn't just about the object, it's about the memory. Parents dream of handing that ball to their kids, of watching their faces light up. It's something you carry for a lifetime. And now, for this father and son, that memory was forever tainted. The sympathy was powerful. Strangers online offered to send them signed baseballs. Some Phillies fans even suggested the team step in and make things right. Meanwhile, the woman at the center of it all stayed silent, until she didn't. For days, she said nothing. The internet speculated wildly, hunting for her identity, mocking her every move. And then, finally, she spoke. She revealed that she can't even leave her home anymore. Every time she tries, people yell, "Ball snatcher," at her. She claims the internet has turned her into a villain over one split-second mistake. In her words, she's not a monster, she's just a fan who reached for a ball in the heat of the moment. And here's the thing, whether you believe her or not, you can't deny the intensity of the backlash. We're talking about a baseball. A souvenir. And yet, the internet has treated her like a public enemy. Her statement raises bigger questions. At what point does accountability turn into cruelty? Should she be shamed forever for a single moment? Or is this just the price of going viral in the modern age? Part of why this story blew up has to do with sports culture itself. Baseball, like all sports, thrives on heroes and villains. Fans love rooting for the underdog. They love hating the bad guy. When Phillies Karen snatched that ball, she instantly became the villain in a story everyone wanted to tell. The father and son were the sympathetic heroes. The internet loves clear roles, and once those roles were assigned, there was no going back. Psychologists say this comes from something primal. Humans bond over shared outrage. Booing a villain is part of the fun of sports. But when that outrage jumps from the stadium to the internet, it multiplies in ways nobody can control. We live in a world where cancel culture can destroy someone overnight. Sometimes, that's a good thing, holding powerful people accountable when institutions fail. But other times, it spirals out of control. Phillies Karen wasn't a celebrity. She wasn't famous. She was just a fan at a game. Yet, within hours, she became a meme, her face was everywhere, and strangers across the country thought they had the right to judge her entire character. And let's not forget, 2 innocent women were falsely accused in the process. That's collateral damage the internet rarely apologizes for. Cancel culture isn't just about justice. It's about entertainment. And for a few days, Phillies Karen was the main character of the internet. Imagine being in her shoes. Waking up to thousands of notifications. Seeing your face on TikTok parodies. Having strangers shout insults when you walk down the street. Experts call this context collapse. A private moment becomes public. Strangers who don't know you feel like they do. They judge you not as a complex person, but as a 2-second clip. And once the narrative is set, it's almost impossible to change it. Some people who went viral in similar ways have lost their jobs. Others have moved across the country. Some admit they'll never feel safe in public again. Is that what should happen over a baseball? In the end, this story isn't just about Phillies Karen. It's about us. About how we, as a society, consume drama, assign villains, and feed on outrage. One woman snatching a ball at a baseball game doesn't deserve nationwide headlines. And yet, here we are. Because deep down, we love it. We love the drama, the memes, the debates. But maybe we need to ask ourselves, where's the line? When does accountability turn into cruelty? When does entertainment turn into harassment? So, what do you think? Did Phillies Karen deserve the backlash? Or did the internet go too far this time, punishing someone beyond repair for a split-second mistake? Maybe she's the villain. Maybe she's the victim. Maybe she's a bit of both. But one thing's for sure, a single baseball has never caused this much chaos. And the next time we see a viral clip and rush to judgment, maybe we should stop and think. Because today it's Phillies Karen. Tomorrow, it could be anyone.